Once upon a time, a sage was imparting teachings to his disciples. He said that if a person feeds a piece of bread to a dog, they will never experience sorrow in their life again. He then shared a story to illustrate the benefits of feeding a piece of bread to a dog. Long ago, in a forest hermitage, a guru was giving teachings to his disciples. At that time, a disciple named Subhahu said that he had many doubts in his mind. The guru encouraged him to ask his questions without any hesitation. Subhahu then asked, "Gurudev, what are the benefits of giving a piece of bread to a dog?" The guru replied, "There are 8 benefits of feeding a dog. Those who understand and follow this will have a blessed life. They will never face sorrow again in their lives." The guru continued, "People often use the name of a dog as an insult. When cursing someone, they refer to them as a dog. This unjustly tarnishes the dog's name. But is a dog's life truly that despicable?" Once, the past, there was a black-colored dog in a village outside the village. It was very helpless and always said to the sage, "Respected sage, the dog would go to the doorstep of every house in the village, but no one would give it anything to eat. I have come to you, unable to find any food. The dog wandered around, please have mercy desperately on me and give me something to eat, starving and in distress. I will relieve my hunger by eating it." Once, it went to a sage who lived in the forest outside the village. "Did no one in the village give you a piece of bread?" The black dog said to the sage, "Wouldn't that have satisfied your hunger? You are a great and wise person. Therefore, I have come to you, suffering from hunger and thirst. Please have mercy on me and give me something to eat. I will relieve my hunger by eating it." The sage asked, "O dog, did no one in the village give you a piece of bread? Wouldn't that have satisfied your hunger?" The guru continued to tell the disciple what the dog said to the sage. The dog said, "Respected sage, what can I tell you? Do you not believe my words?" The sage replied, "Dog, speak. I believe your words. You appear to be very helpless." The dog then said, "Master, if that is so, listen to my story. People of the world should show us mercy. We have no home or shelter. We cannot earn food like humans through work. We do not have the knowledge for that. Therefore, we wander here and there, seeking food regardless of the sun or rain. We cannot read or write like you, respected sage. We cannot live a disciplined life like yours. We cannot speak. This is nothing but our misfortune. But still, according to the laws of creation, we feel hunger and thirst just like you. When we get hurt, we feel pain and cry, just like humans. These 3 similarities connect us. Therefore, show us mercy. Do not add more to our suffering and pain. God already gives us enough hardships. On top of that, humans add more trouble for us. We are not independent like you, we are dependent on others. When we are born, our eyes and ears are closed. When a human is born, there is celebration, dancing, and singing. It could be the same for us too. I thought to myself that I was born in a big house. But when I opened my eyes, I saw my mother nursing 5 puppies by the roadside. We were 5 siblings. The other 4 were white or brown. I was the only one with black fur and the youngest among us. Our mother used to come and go frequently because she had to arrange her own food. If she didn't eat, how could she produce milk to feed us? The 5 of us were completely dependent on her. Our mother wandered here and there looking for food. Sometimes she found it, and sometimes she didn't. Despite these hardships, she took care of us with great love. We were her puppies, after all. At night, she would stay awake, patrolling the village to protect it from thieves and crows. No stranger dared to look in the direction of our village. Even dogs from other villages were afraid to come near. If any animals entered the village fields to graze, she would chase them away immediately. Despite doing so much for the village, some villagers would feed her, but others would drive her away without giving her anything. On such days, she would be left hungry and restless. Our suffering was known to no one. Respected sage, we too feel hunger and thirst just like you. Our mother worried about the 5 of us. Even when she was unbearably hungry, she never showed it. Despite our suffering, no one showed us any mercy. Eventually, with no other choice, she started sneaking into people's homes like a thief to find some food. This is how she managed to quell her hunger. Sometimes, when people saw her searching for food in their yards, they would chase her away with sticks. Other times, they wouldn't let her escape and would beat her with sticks until she was badly injured. The black dog asked, "Sage, what wrong did our mother do? She only stole food to satisfy her hunger. We do not wish to steal or live like this. We were forced to do so because no one would kindly give us food." One night, there was a severe cold. Unable to withstand the cold, 3 of my brothers died. That day, our mother was deeply distressed. The people of the village couldn't understand our suffering because their children were warm and safe at home. They did not experience the cold we faced on the roadside. Only those who lose something understand the true pain of it. The dog continued, "Now only the 2 of us are left. Our mother takes great care of us." One day, there was a festival at the house of a landowner in the village. They were preparing various sweets and many guests were coming and going. Our mother went near the landowner's house, searching for food. But people chased her away. No one had the kindness to give her even a piece of bread. What harm would it have caused them to give us a piece of bread to eat? When the cook stepped outside for a moment, our mother went inside to get a piece of bread. However, one of the servants saw her and started shouting, "Dog! Dog!" The people gathered there also began shouting. 2 or 3 of them brought sticks to beat her. Seeing the commotion, our mother panicked and tried to escape, but there was no way out. From the opposite direction, 3 people with sticks were coming towards her. In the chaos, she managed to leap over a food dish and fled outside. After escaping, our mother was terrified and trembling. The guests who had been seated for the meal stood up and left. They declared that the food had been tainted because a dog had touched it, and therefore they would not eat it. People discussed what to do next. Some decided that the food was no longer fit to eat. Seeing all this, the landowner who had organized the event sank to the ground and began to weep. Some people argued that the dog had not actually touched any food, it had merely fled from the scene. They questioned how the food could be considered contaminated. They pointed out that in cities, people keep dogs as pets, feed them, and there is nothing wrong with it. The dog was only trying to find something to eat because it was hungry and fled out of fear. Thus, they argued that the food was not tainted. However, among the guests were some prominent figures who dismissed these arguments. In the end, the food was discarded. That day, our mother managed to get a full meal, something she had never experienced before. She ate the discarded food with great joy. But her happiness was short-lived. After eating, she lay down there. Seeing her lying there, the enraged landowner brought a stick and started beating her. He did not give her a chance to escape and continued to beat her. The landowner's anger and the severe beating caused her great pain. Her cries of agony were heard throughout the village. Though her suffering could have melted a stone, it did not soften the landowner's heart. He continued to beat her fiercely. Unable to bear the sight of such cruelty, some people intervened and said, "Landowner, what's done is done. What is the point in continuing to beat this poor creature now? Let her go and be done with it." Eventually, the landowner heeded their words and allowed our mother to leave. She limped over to us and recounted everything. Her body was covered with marks from the beatings. Hearing her story, we felt immense sorrow. Our life seemed meaningless in the face of such cruelty. Beaten mercilessly over a piece of bread, these people showed no compassion. Such humans deserve condemnation. The dog continued, there was a Brahmin living outside the village. One day, he lit a fire to cook and went to fetch water from a nearby house, leaving the flour for making bread behind. At that moment, our mother came searching for food and saw the flour. She thought perhaps someone had left it there, as there was no one around. Assuming it was abandoned, she began to eat the flower. The Brahmin saw this from a distance and was deeply distressed. He had been fasting for 2 days and was very tired, only to find that his flower had been eaten by a dog. The people nearby told him, "Oh no, this dog has eaten your flower. Last time, it contaminated all the food at the landowner's house." They expressed their sympathy for the Brahmin but made no effort to help. The Brahmin, seeing the situation, immediately took a large stick and began to beat our mother severely. The onlookers did not allow her to escape. Although she hadn't eaten much, she was punished more than she deserved. That day, she realized that these humans were selfish and lacked empathy. Despite our sincere efforts and honesty, we were met with cruelty instead of understanding. The black dog continued, "Sages, despite all this suffering, we wish to live among these selfish people. We remain dependent on them, hoping that one will inflict suffering while another might offer us food. They are unaware of the protection we provide to their village. They have no understanding of how we help and support them." Now, the Guru said to Subhahu, "There are many benefits to giving food to a dog. Humans do not understand this. If a person realizes the benefits of giving even a piece of bread to a dog, they will never be unhappy in their life. Today, I will tell you about those 8 benefits. First, when food is prepared at home, it is given to the cow first, and then to the dog. This is the rule set by God. But today, humans have forgotten this divine rule and do not follow either practice. They eat everything themselves. This neglect has adverse effects on their lives. By giving a piece of bread to these creatures, one can avoid planetary afflictions and negative influences. Feeding a dog a piece of bread provides several benefits. The first benefit is that it helps lessen the negative influence of Saturn. When Saturn's gaze falls on someone, it can lead to difficulties such as failing projects, financial problems, and other issues. Offering bread to a dog can significantly reduce these adverse effects. Second benefit in feeding bread to a dog invites the blessings of the goddess of fortune. It helps dispel negative energies in the household, making the environment more positive. The third benefit is the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi, becomes pleased with such acts of kindness. In a home where a dog is regularly fed, financial stability and prosperity are maintained. Fourth benefit of feeding a dog is prevents debt issues. Regularly feeding a dog prevents debt problems and ensures that any exist. Fifth benefit is it enhances business growth. Offering bread to a dog twice a day leads to the growth and success of one's business or profession. Sixth benefit of regularly feeding a dog is it increases longevity. Feeding a dog helps in increasing one's lifespan and attracts wealth that may have been delayed. Seventh benefit is it improves health. If a person feeds bread to a dog contributes to better health, mental strength, and brings positive thoughts to the mind. Last and eighth benefit is pleases God. Most importantly, this act makes God happy, showing care and compassion towards all living beings. As a result, God's grace is always present with the family that practices this kindness. The great sage said, "You might have heard that the howling of a dog is considered an omen of misfortune. It is believed to bring about difficulties or even death. Therefore, it is advised not to let a dog howl." This is why I have explained the 8 benefits of feeding bread to a dog. If you liked this story, please like and subscribe to our channel for more new stories. Your support is always appreciated.